Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you giving me a few minutes to listen to my topic for today, which is this is a lace wig journey, and this is my wig life. This is a lace wig. And I wanted to go over a couple of things today that maybe some people are not aware. I want to go over to the over-plucking of the wigs and the over-bleaching of the wigs. It seems to be a new trend because back in the day when I've been doing this a long time. So back in the day when the wigs first came out, there were no thin edges, hairline. There was not all this extra stuff going on. So I guess because the hairline seemed too thick for some people started plucking and pulling their hair out so to make it look more thin in the front. And then as you go back with the hair is thicker, it looks more natural. Some of it looks really nice when that's done. But then there's others that over-pluck. So they take a tweezer and pluck the edges out of the wigs, making it supposedly looking more natural. A lot of times lately, the ladies have been over-plucking where you can see the lace. There was this client, and she had me cracking up. She said her husband, she went and got her hair done. She got her lace wig installed somewhere else, and that's how she ended up coming to me. Her husband said to her, "Why does your front of your hair look like a screen door?" I thought that was funny because like the screen door with the lace, so when you overplug you can see the lace. Sometimes it's less is more with the lace wigs. It really is. Now with the over bleaching, a lot of time people are not doing the bleach process is correct. The bleaching is supposed to just go up one level, but usually the bleach you stir the bleach and you put the bleach inside the cap, and it's only supposed to go up one level, just bleaching the knots on the inside of the cap so it won't look like little ants inside. When you part the lace, you can see the little black where the knots are. And if you can bleach it one level up, that will look okay. It'll look more like scalp in the sense of when you part it, you don't see those black dots. But people tend to over bleach and you end up over bleaching the roots. So when you part your hair, your roots is the color, and they leave it on too many levels going up, and so your roots are bleached and your knots is bleached, and then that's what happens what happens is the knots get very weak because of the bleaching process. When sometimes all you can do is just put a toner on it. You can put a toner or a regular dye on the inside of the cap and just leave it on for a few minutes and just do it in a slow process, and then if it goes one level up, then that's fine. But a lot of people put that bleach on and they leave it on just like they're going to bleach the whole head or color the whole head, and it ends up making the knots really weak, and the roots are colorful and it look like an orange scalp, and it just messes the whole wig up, and you have to go back in and color the roots darker. Anyway, that process is overrated. Both those processes are overrated because sometimes there is an imbalance and you really won't need neither one of those done. Sometimes the hair is really thick, the wig is really thick, and so you want a nice full hairline instead of plucking it. And when you pluck it, once you pluck it, you have to get it integrated back in with a tool to put the hair back in, because you can see the lace. When you take that lace out of the little holes, when you take the hair out of the little holes, you can see all that lace, and then that's where the makeup come in, and it's just too much. The wigs are to be enjoyed and to be where you look natural, but so much work has to be put into it before you even put it on. It's really defeating the purpose. So sometimes the hairline end up looking like alopecia, or the hairline looking like you've been to the Africans. Another thing is some people over-pluck the parting. When you want to put a part in your hair, they pluck the part so the part can widen, and sometimes that's a mess. I remember this one client called me and she asked me, do I repair parting or do I repair wigs? And I said, yeah, well, what's going on? So she told me that, excuse the birds, well, not excuse the birds, but the birds they doing their thing. I'm in their home front, so they home and I'm the intruder, so they singing and doing their thing. Anyway, she called me, asked me did I repair lace wigs, and I told her I did. So we talked and I was asking her what was going on. So she said she got a wig and she wanted a part in it, and she started plucking apart, and she said the part is too big. She think the part is too big. So I asked her, so well, how big is the part? She said the part is like as big as a pencil, like half of a pencil. Okay, this is a pen. So she said, take a pencil, this is a pen, the same size. She said, split it in half, and that's the size. So half of this, half of the diameter, half of, oh my goodness, half of the pen's size, that's the size of her parting. And I said, wow. So I asked her a question. I said, can I ask you a question? I'm not trying to be funny. I said, while you were plucking, did anything in you say stop? And so she kind of stumbled on that question. I didn't mean to like sound judgmental or anything like that. But as you're plucking and you're looking at it, and you can actually see that, okay, maybe I plucked too much, or maybe as you're plucking, you're like, no, that's enough. I asked her, didn't anything in you say that's enough, let's stop? And she was like, well, she didn't think about that. But anyway, that was bad for her because she ended up messing the wig up. And I think I hurt her feelings because she didn't call me back for me to repair the wig, because I think I might have embarrassed her, because that was a valid question. If your parting is half the size of this pencil or pen, you've overplucked. And I just wanted to know, why didn't you stop when you saw that it was getting wider and wider? Anyway, another thing, ladies, don't let the stylist just immediately start plucking on your wig. They call this thing customizing your wig. And what they want to do, they want you to bring the wig to them, or they have a wig already that they're selling to you, either way. And they're going to customize the wig. They're going to put a part in it. They're going to do the baby hairs. They're going to do the hairline. They're going to bleach the knots. They're going to do all that. And my take on that is, how are you going to customize the wig? By bleaching the knots and plucking the hairline, plucking the parting, whatever you need to do, making the baby hair, all that. How are you doing that without the person being there to customize a wig on? So I just want to say, my suggestion, ladies, is wherever you go, take your wig. If they want to customize a wig, you need to be there. Don't just drop your wig off and let them just give them full reign on your wig, because once they do what they do, there's no turning back. So you go with your wig. They're supposed to be able to try it on. You're supposed to be able to try the wig on, and then they can pluck as much as they want to pluck, and then you say the okay. You say, okay, that's enough. Or if they do a parting, or even with bleaching of the knots, a lot of times, like when stylists, they know how to color, or some of them do. You can just go one level up on that bleaching process, and so you can just use regular dye if you want to without bleaching, because once you bleach, it's so harsh, and it really weakens the root of the hair and the knots that the lace is tied in. It really weakens it, and then you start getting shedding because that bleach has been sitting on there, and it's on a little area, which is the knots on the inside of the cap. So be careful with the customization of your wigs when you're bleaching your knots and when you're plucking the hairline, because a lot of times it's really not necessary. Now, grant you, sometimes it is. Sometimes you can go ahead and do your thing and make your little adjustments and do your little tweaking. But here, it has become a trend now. It has become where that's what people automatically do. As soon as they get their wig, they start plucking and they start bleaching. And a lot of times that's unnecessary. And that's probably why the wigs really don't last the way they should. Not to mention, they're not as good quality as they used to be. You can find the everyday wigs under $100 on Amazon. And you do all that tweaking and all that. And it was already cheap from the beginning. So you do all that extra working and tweaking all the wigs, you're guaranteed for your wig not to last. So be mindful of that. And if you find anybody, that's all I have right now. Them birds is just doing their thing. If you have any questions or comments, please put your questions and comments down below, and I'll try to answer any questions that you may have, any comments. And let me know how your bleaching process, if you ever had to bleach a wig, or if you pluck your hairline or pluck apart, what happened? Did you do it right, or do you need help? Or how was your experience when you had your wig bleached or plucked? Let me know down in the comments. If you find this content valuable, please subscribe and share the information. And if you like the video, then you can like it, and that will help my channel. That will help me keep getting videos out. Again, I'm going to keep saying this until I feel a little more comfortable. I'm new at this now. I know about the lace wigs, but I'm new on making the videos about it. So bear with me if I don't seem like other people. Well, I'm not like other people. So just bear with me if it doesn't seem so professional, but I'm just keeping it real, and I'm just wanted to help and explain. And if I can help one person, you know, maintain their wig, because I have to wear these wigs. I have alopecia, and there's plenty of people that do have alopecia. So we want to be able to wear these wigs every day, just not for one time, you know. So again, if you like the comment, if you like the content and you found value in it, please subscribe to the channel. I will be so appreciative, and I thank you again for stopping by my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.